amazing guests. We have a gentleman here who says, Mimi ni Mungu. I was given a second chance and I took it. It wasn't easy, but I was willing to fight on. But first things first, let's run the bumper. Wilberforce, karibu sana kwa studio.
Thank you so much.
Wilberforce Endeavor.
That's me.
Yeah. Wilberforce, umetoka Vihiga?
Yeah, my home county is Vihiga in Western Kenya.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you've come out strongly to say that where you are today is by the grace of God.
True.
It is not your own doing. It wasn't your family's doing. It was majorly because God saw something in you and gave you a second chance at life.
That's true.
Maybe you can take us back to the beginning. How was it growing up pale nyumbani? Ilikuwa Vihiga County wapi exactly?
At Mudete. At Mudete. Yeah. So I can say I was privileged to be the son to two parents. That is Evans Kiriru and Esther Muhonja, who are currently no more. They died or passed away.
Pole.
I was the last born to the family of Esther Muhonja. And at the beginning, I can say it was very tough. It was not so good when I came to realize myself, because I was born outside the family.
Oh,
and
but you did not know.
I didn't not know. I didn't know actually. This happened because my mother, after she had given birth to me 1997, 2003, she passed away when I needed her most. And from the father, the flesh father who gave birth to me, had a family already, a settled family. So also he passed away 2004. So the both parents were buried in different fields, whereby I cannot assess or live here, because in our home country or in our home county, sons or men, male children, they are said to have to inherit their father's property.
Yes.
So this was very difficult for me to live in my mother's place, where she had gotten the first marriage, because he had 3 sons already. And when you go to my flesh father's home, he had already even other son. So me, I was the last born and small boy, so I was to be taken care by my grandmother. From my mother's side.
From your mother's side, okay.
But unfortunately, he passed away.
Oh.
When also I needed her most, 2009. That time I was in standard 4. Yes.
And how did you navigate life? So whoever is supposed to take care of you is not there as well. Your parents are not there as well. How did you navigate? Where did you end up living?
Now, from my grandparents' home, 2009, I went through a lot of difficulties, because now I have a very old grandfather who remained, and because that family, nobody is literate or nobody has gone higher to standard 8, I was the person to earn a living by burning charcoals, taking to the market at standard 4 level.
So what happens to your schooling?
Now, sometimes I could not report to school.
Okay.
And during that time, I remember very well, my uncle even broke my limb.
Why?
Because I refused to go and sell the charcoals, and we were doing an exam in school.
Oh, no.
So when he did that, I cried and said I must look to where I was born, or who was my father, because actually it was not very clear to me, because I have never lived there, I've never known, but I knew my father is Evans Kiriru Endeavor. So I left. Actually, it is a very bad scandal that I left without even notifying anybody, and went to Eldoret just to see my uncle.
You're in class 4. That means you're about maybe 9 or 10?
Yeah.
Thereabouts.
I was very small during that time.
Yeah.
So I ran to Eldoret to go and seek help from my uncles. But unfortunately, when I arrived there, they didn't welcome me or take me to school. And I went to be a chokora for some time.
In
The whole
Eldoret
year of
town.
2009, didn't attend any class. So I was in the street, moving around. So it came a time, the same year, I just traveled back to home, now where my parents in Mudete now, I knew they were coming from. When I went there to inquire from my father's home background, actually they didn't receive me at all. They
So you were
said
getting
atukujui.
Rejection.
Yeah, so they
from every-
rejected me totally.
Yeah.
But gladly I found the grandmother, the mother to my father now, the flesh father, who said I was brought this child when he was still too small, too young, and I know him, so nobody should chase him from this home. And he was too old, actually 98 years,
Oh my goodness.
and he died. So even on her demise, I'm the person who met her in the morning, the only person, and he told me, go and pray for me. Have a journey, I have to travel. So when I came back, just reaching in the homestead,
Yeah.
arriving at the door, he just collapsed and he died. So during that time, my elder brother from my flesh father now, he chased me during that funeral and even took my clothes, threw them out. He chased her mother out. He said that nobody should sleep in this house if this boy is going to be here. And I slept out. I was taken by another lady, the village elder, Jessica Elegwa, who just said, why are you harassing this child?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this to this child? So now she took me to her home and brought me up. The little we had is the little we shared.
Did she have other children?
She had children, but now they are also, their home was not that developed because nobody was working. Though in our family, people are working. My father was an OCS.
Oh.
My brother is an army officer.
Oh.
My sister is a high school teacher. Everybody, actually in that home, we are learned people. We have money. My father, if I can say, the suffering I was going through, I wouldn't go through if I was received or even been given some little assistance.
Yes.
But I received
Nothing.
rejection. I was mocked badly.
Did you ever go back to school?
Yeah, that's the year 2010. There is another gentleman I met, Elam Mudave, who now took me, and he was a board member of Chatamilu Primary School, who took me and said that let's help this child to go to class. Okay. So actually standard 4, I jumped standard 5. I've never learned in standard 4.
So class 4, you don't know what goes on
I
in
don't
there.
know what goes in class 4. I
So
was
you moved on to class 5.
to class 5.
How did you perform after skipping the
In
whole
standard
class?
5, actually, I was the star when I was taken to the school, and I was very glad because the whole year 2009, while I was at that homestead, I could just be jumping, singing songs, beating drums, and everybody was so surprised that huyu ni kama he's mad or whatever.
Yeah.
I couldn't dress so well, no shoes, nothing. So people looked at me like a person who is just, And during that time, I was living in a house that has no one wall that my mother left, because when my mother died, the other siblings, they demolished the house. They went into drunkenness. They dropped out of school in standard 6 and 7. Okay. So they didn't proceed.
Yes.
So in standard 5, I went and focused because it was an opportunity that I got from a person I don't know.
Yes.
Actually, it's not even my blood. It's not anything to me. And I went there and went to books, deep books. I read like I will never read again.
Yes.
I can say from standard 5, I've never gotten less than 300 marks.
Oh, wow.
And I was either number 2 or 3 competing. I was competing. And my head teacher was very strict. So I went to standard 5. I learned it so well. Standard 6, my aunt came in, the real aunt from my father.
Okay.
They pretended to take me. They took me to a school, another school in Lugari. They said, this is our son. So when I went there, I joined, they took me to school, now to standard 7. I'm telling you now, it was another storm.
No. But you were doing so well on the other side. Why did they come for you?
They came to request for me because they said, why are they taking care of me and I'm not theirs?
Oh my goodness. I can't wait to hear the next bit of this story. It felt like it was going so well, but it's not.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after this short commercial break. This is Full Circle with Mwikali. Welcome back to Full Circle with Mwikali. We have Wilberson Endeavor in the building and he's sharing his story with us. And you know, through your story, I'm learning a lot as well. I'm looking at you and the things that you've had to go through, and you seated over here just encouraging someone who's watching and feeling like my life is over and I can never get out of this. So you've had a good run. Somebody took your hand from class 5 to class 7. And then your family, blood from your father's side, they come and pick you up. They tell you, wewe ni wetu, tunataka kukusomesha. What happened next?
I think I can say that was like jumping from frying pan to direct fire. Because I was, during that time, I was taken to go and take care of the cows.
Instead of school?
Instead of going to school. And I was chased out in the night when I refused to go and take care of the cows and the animals, and I had to come back where I was before. So I was just taken to standard 7 again, and I proceeded to standard 8 2014, and I passed so well. So though I didn't also manage to go through class 7 complete,
yes,
but I went to it, part of it, and then I jumped to standard 8 2014, and I passed so well with 343 marks. Now that also, I had a difficult to join Form 1.
yes.
Because some people are having suitcases or are going to good schools.
Who's now taking care of you? Is it the gentleman who
Now the
board?
gentleman, yes, is taking care of me. He's giving me shelter, food, and any other basic needs.
Okay.
But now doesn't have that income to take me to high school, to the secondary school.
Yes.
Now, I saw it very dark, and I went to the government offices. Actually, that morning, I went to the sub-chief. I told him that if I'm an orphan and everybody is going to school and the government should take care of me.
Yes.
Now, during that time, I was mocked by my father's side, the aunties, and said that I can't converse in English. So I'm not supposed to be their son, their brother's son.
Oh, because they're learned.
Yeah, I couldn't converse in English so well. So I went to sub-chief and I said, I'm not leaving this field, Mr. He's called whatever, I forget the name. But he took me to school and I said, I think you had the person to help me now. So he took me to school, he registered, I thought he will pay for me the school fee, nobody. So I joined in Form 1 at Bugina Secondary School. It went swiftly so well, but we were chased for school fees. Okay. Now I had nobody to go and tell that I need to be paid school fee for. Because even the uniform I didn't have.
What were you wearing in school?
I just used the home clothes.
Oh my God.
And immediately my family, now from my father's side, they realized that I'm in school. My brother came and mocked me badly. And he said that wants to know who took me to school and why. So I had to run away from that school. Now, I met another principal from Lusengeli Secondary School, Mr. Matthews Mageso, and he was just in a funeral, and I talked to him. I shared my story and said, which school were you, Wilberforce? Which primary school? And he said, Ikuvu Primary School. So when I said that, he said, now, how do I help you? I said, I want just to be in school. That's all I need.
Yeah.
So he asked me to be in his office that the following day. Actually, it was 2015. To be in his office. What he did, actually, he opened the Bible and he opened the book that talks about this woman who had the flow of blood for 12 years.
12 years,
And
yes.
he said that when he touched the clock of Jesus,
The
the,
flow
blood, the flow stopped.
Yes.
And he said, you've touched me and I'm going to put you in class. I had nothing. So I was taken to Form 1 actually late, second term. And I managed to go through it well, Form 2, Form 3. Now, I was given a chairperson in Christian Union, that in Form 2.
Yes.
And I got people bought for me uniform.
Oh.
Just another lady volunteered, another man volunteered, and I
Yes.
dressed like the rest. I went to, now I used to pray so much. Now I went into, I knew now there is God in heaven.
Yes.
Because now my mind was maturing, and I start now taking myself into the Word of God, praying too much. In Form 2, another just gift came into my life, and I could pray, and miracle could happen. God could show even visions, and even now I was the pastor's, the principal's pastor in the whole school.
Oh my goodness.
During that, I attracted a lot.
Yes.
Many people came to me. In the county, they put me a prayer coordinator to represent 154 schools.
What?
Now I was a prayer warrior in my
Where's your
county.
family at this point? The ones who
Now
are mocking
nobody
you?
could speak, because in Form 1, my aunt, she's working somewhere where she's a good, working in a county somewhere in Nakuru. She told me she would pay my school fees. She didn't turn up. I called her. No, my calls was received. No one of my calls was received. So now at this point, I attracted a lot. In the school now, even I was given a lot of, I was clubs and society
Responsibilities,
leader. I was chairperson, I was organizing secretary, and I was not stupid in my head. In class, I was the star. I went into music, I could sing. And I went even to nationals. I've gone far. I've been in Mombasa, I've been in Kisumu County, I've been in Nakuru, I've been in Nairobi, where my family, where even my people have not yet gone. So this one attracted to her. In Form 4 2018, second term, is when I get a privilege. I encountered another lady called Luzili Mulindi King. She's from Kenya but married in UK. Now, this lady, when I was talking to her, she was just attracted with me. I don't know how. She took me a video and she went with it. She started helping slowly. And I got even, people now started donating from UK. I think even she's watching me.
Oh,
she said she will be following this. And
Okay.
so many people, and Honor from UK, Sitham from UK. There's so many people who are following up this, and they were just privileged to support me. So I've attracted a lot. I came to university.
What did you study in university?
I'm doing criminology. And
You
security.
are doing criminology now.
And security studies.
Okay, and
at
what is
Chuka
what is the vision for you? Where do you want to eventually end
Actually, my vision actually is to I want to start my own industry in criminology.
Okay.
Whereby I can run it myself.
up? Okay.
And I'm doing a lot apart from just being a student at Chuka University. The Lord has lifted me. I opened an entrepreneurial project, snacks project.
A snacks project?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I've even got some youths. We call it Lipera project.
Lipera.
Lipera is a local is a guava. It's a luya.
Mapera. Lipera.
Lipera. So
Okay.
it's a guava that is a fruit.
Yes.
So it's a fruit that has attracted even more youths to my little project. And we're working together. Apart from it is, despite helping me to raise or to earn a living, also some more youth who are orphans and not even able to raise whatever
Yes,
they are
a part of
benefiting from.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm getting a grant from, I got a grant from UK.
Yes.
I got a donation from UK.
Oh my
Now
God.
even we rear pigs. I have a lot of pigs now. I want to be a pig farmer. So the Lord is doing a lot of things.
Wilberforce, you are a force to reckon with.
The Lord is doing me good.
That's true.
And I can tell you, apart from that, also I went because I was a leader and God has given me a gift, and I can tell that the reason why I'm here where I am is
Yes.
on knees,
Yes.
is praying and praying. I have attracted and win many souls to Christ because I went there to preach Jesus with authority. That there is God who can raise people from nothing to
Yes.
something, from grass to grace.
And that is
where
your
I am.
message today.
And even I'm telling you now, I've gone to evangelize the gospel, and even I touch even the deaf people are here. Now they're hearing.
Okay.
I have some people I've raised. The lame have walked.
Oh my
The
goodness.
deaf, the blind have seen.
Do you walk this journey with individuals as well? People who will come to you and be
Yeah.
like, Wilberforce, I need you to walk this journey with me. And if they're watching today, how can they get in touch with you directly so that you can help them as well?
Yeah, so many people that have been having these bondages. I think most of people in my Meru or Tarakaniti County,
Yes.
many people have my number, phone number. So whenever a person is lame, people are they have walked in hospitals, they're not getting any help.
Yes.
We say now we go now into the divine help.
And how can they, what is your number? Which is
My number
Yes.
I can say is 07 91 97 13 21.
Just say it again.
07 91 97 13 21.
Okay.
The,
Wilbur, okay, our time has run out, but I just have to read these messages for you
Thank
so that you also understand what you're doing to people out here
All right.
who are watching this show today. Say, Wilbur, I've always admired your resolve and the desire to overcome barriers in your life. As we say in our MUCWA, do you know what that is? Restoration Center. We serve a God of many chances. Mesima, hi Mukali, shout out to that guy, God bless him, and everyone who's almost giving up. And thank you for being that voice to tell people that you don't have to give up,
Yeah.
and that you are offering your hand to them today
Yes.
to be able to walk the journey with them.
Yeah.
Wilberforce, asante sana kwa kuja.
Thank you so much.
Okay, our time is up. Maybe some other time we'll continue
All
this
right.
conversation.
Yeah. See you next time.
All right. We are taking a very short commercial break. We will be right back. Oh, well, before we go on the break, we're going to go to very fast, dash to South Africa and come back. Let's take a tour of the 10 most beautiful places to visit in South Africa.